Recording. Okay. Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. I forget it's Tuesday because I took off yesterday. I literally was in Green Bay all day today, 2.5 hours away for a sales meeting, and ran back home to do this, and I'm so excited. So thank you for joining us. For our guests, my name is Gina Della, and I am, in my day job, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I am responsible for about $85 million worth of everything you can imagine. And I am super excited that I got introduced to be a partner with this health and wellness company called Tranont. And it was as a result of a sad story how I got here that turned happy. In December of last year, I was diagnosed with a precancerous condition in my esophagus and also had a bad colonoscopy, literally told I was a possible candidate for a colostomy. So I want you to digest that for a second. I'm 58 years old. It was ridiculous. So, fast forward to January, and my friend Sonara Brown, who I am always going to say I'm forever grateful. Those of you who are on here know me. I am in busy with meetings, and when my phone rang and it was Sonara, my first thought, because Sonara lives here in Wisconsin, in Wauwatosa, and she's a very successful businesswoman, was that she needed windows. And I'm like, cha-ching. So I answered that call, but Sonara had reached out to tell me she had left the company she was with and partnered with this health and wellness company, and said, I think there's an income for you, and I understand you do everything with Pella. You're the face of Pella. She knows everything I do because she lives here. And she said, and you're busy and you're successful, and I think you'd be really good at this. And I have a very open mind. I do believe that is why I'm so successful. I don't have a closed mind. And when someone I trust and is successful reaches out to me, that's flattering. So I listened to what she said. And literally in my first month, I'll walk you through what happened. It's been the most lucrative opportunity ever presented to me. And that was before finding out we're going to get a new product on September 22nd that I'll tell you at the end a little bit more about. All I'll give the teaser is you can't even guess what it is because it doesn't exist on Earth today. And we will be the only place it is available, okay? So I'm going to start with my slides that I created just to walk through this, very similar to what I do with Pella. It makes it a nice seamless presentation and answers a lot of questions that way. So I'm going to share my screen and start the slideshow. So this is for North America. I mentioned that because we are in 5 countries. And so it converts to whatever their currency is. And oops, gotta keep admitting. One thing I didn't believe, I will tell you, I earned a trip that I hadn't expected. And by the way, I will answer questions at the end. And I will also look at the chat at the end so that this is smooth and seamless. And I'll stop the recording before I do the questions. Within my first month, I started doing this in February. And in February, I earned a trip to Mexico. Didn't even know there was a trip to earn. I knew nothing about this business. Everything I did was off of pure passion from the product. As I walk through it tonight, you'll hear what happened and how quickly. And then there are people on here as guests, but also know me, but never listened to this story. So I had the pleasure of meeting our 3 founders, well, 2 of the 3 in Mexico, and really then understood their mission really is to impact 1 billion lives in 30 years. And when you hear about the new product, it's going to be more than 1 billion lives. Here is, I like to put a face with the name. These are our 3 founders. And Lauren, his wife, is a researcher with Georgetown. And he and she were not at our trip in Mexico. Let me just admit someone. And at the time, we were told, because she was working on her thesis for her doctorate, well, it's dumb luck how we fell upon this product. Again, more at the end, but it's his wife that was part of the research for it. So these are our three founders. It started as a wealth management company. It's still a wealth management company, financial advisors. These three partnered, similar to what attorneys would do, and started the wealth management piece, and then said 3 years into it, we help all of these people become wealthy, successful, but what good is wealth if we don't have our health? And it's at this point, especially having heard the cancer word twice and then colostomy to me, I want you all to pause, no matter how old you are, and I want you to think about your health. And what would you trade if you could have your health back if you're sick, or if you have a loved one that's sick? It's so true. Who cares about money if we don't have our health? And that is what is so important to them. So they started the health piece of it. And their goal was to have a small line of products that was so synergistic that you don't need a tub for every single thing you take. They work together. And while there are so many supplements out there, I mean, everybody wants to look better, feel better. They wanted it so that there wouldn't be any supplement company out there that would say, oh, theirs is better because of the nutrition label. They wanted us to be able to go out and sell this and do it with 100% confidence, because ours was going to be better than every single, let me just let these people in, sorry, every product out there. So that's where we're at. I have yet to have anybody show me a nutrition label, whether it is at GNC, Whole Foods, or any online or, you know, direct sales company that's beat us. And it's really comforting. I've had 6 doctors look at our products, so it's super exciting, and we'll dive into that. So they have 3 pillars, and I love it. It's similar to Pella. One is the wealth pillar, like I said, it's to educate, and they have tools to help with your financial future. But then it's the health piece of it, health, and there's 2 beauty products that work together synergistically. And community, I lived it. They mean it. When we went to Mexico, I brought my boss's wife, Ann Calwertz, with me, was my guest. And literally our first day there, we had to all go onto the beach and spend 3 hours cleaning the beach. Everywhere they go, they do something for the community. What's close to my heart is something called Special Spaces. It is bedroom makeovers for children with cancer. And so if you look at the bottom right corner, it has LWYL, Lift Where You Live. And I'm going to do a Lift Where You Live event in honor of Special Spaces and participate with Tranont for it. It's just, I love that we can do that together. We have a commitment to product quality. Everything is cruelty-free, gluten-free, soy-free, artificial colors-free, artificial flavor-free, no added sugar, vegetarian-friendly. Whatever your question is, you name it, it either has it or it doesn't have it. So all of our products, except for we'll talk about 2, are raw whole foods, plant-based, proprietary formulas just to us, with our scientific advisory board and medical advisory board that creates it. Third-party validations. We are CGMP and independently lab tested. So just like Pella, we are, you know, we can have people come in to Pella, Iowa, and at any given time, we give them permission to check third party that we are doing what we're saying. Our glass is what we say it is. Our ratings are what we say. Same thing here. These are clean. There's no molds. There's no metals. There's no toxins. Because guess what? Our labels on what we eat and drink every day by law only has to show if there's 98%. If an ingredient is less than 2%, it's not on that nutrition label. So it could be sawdust, and I mean it. So they can come in literally on Monday and all of a sudden on Friday, come back and test us. We have tens of thousands of testimonials. So I'd like you to write down the ripple effect, fall into your health. They just changed the name. I always got to look at that. Fall into your health, I think it is. Let me just look. There's almost 80,000 fall in love with your health. The ripple effect - fall in love with your health. You go to that Facebook group, you put in the little magnifying glass, infertility, migraines, IBS, cancer, dark circles, thinning hair, whatever you can think of, you will get tens of thousands of testimonials. This is not Tranont supported. Pictures, before, afters, and stories of what they had, what they took, and what's happening. It is the best resource. We do have a transparency promise. So as I mentioned, even our packaging, the little corn that comes and protects all the bottles, you could eat it or spray it in your kitchen sink and it disintegrates. We tell you every ingredient, like I said, even that last 2% down to the last drop, okay? We have 5 lines we're going to talk about. We're not going to go through every product. And it's funny because the orders I get are always whatever products I happen to focus on whatever given night I'm in whatever mood. So this is our first line. Like I said, there's only 29 products. This is our core line. And so I will briefly talk about them and then talk about our star. So support is reminding you when you go to Target, Sam's Club, even if you buy a supplement, there's fillers or synthetic or manufactured. Everything here is plant-based except for what I'm going to show you in the collagen. So you will hear, like in support, it's vitamin D2, it's vitamin D3. It is a very high quality vitamin K with a special formula and proprietary blend. And in one tub, you get all of those that work synergistically. You don't have to take all of them separately. You have your Fortify, no more emergency packets, which are just red Kool-Aid. It's a pure vitamin C in that packet. You can actually take it like a pixie stick. It's from cherries, okay, for your healthy immune system. You have Balance. It is a multivitamin. We had a training yesterday, just 5 minutes alone was on the difference of what our multivitamin is. Replenish is an amazing tea with ashwagandha mushrooms for people who are so stressed out, and today life is so stressed out. It is calming. It is such a peaceful sleep, but you can also take it twice a day. Optimize, you can see their capsules. We hear about inflammation all the time. It's an anti-inflammatory. It is a post-workout. No more Advil, no more Tylenol, no more eating away at your liver. You take your Optimize. It's great for a hangover too. I might have just had that after Austin's wedding. Our star and our #1 product in our core line is our Enrich. This is what I was told to take, a digestive enzyme, after my colonoscopy and endoscopy, and I didn't remember hearing about it. Let me tell you what most of you don't know. I know more about digestive enzymes than I ever thought I would know now. So when you are 25 and younger, we have all these digestive enzymes in our body. We produce them. That's why you can eat anything you want for the most part. You can eat a pizza in college and fettuccine Alfredo at 2 a.m. and wake up skinnier. Do your beer bongs, all the things, because you have all these digestive enzymes. So the further away you get from age 25, the less enzymes you have, and you're starting to feel the effects of not having them more intensely. So we start to have acid reflux. You don't hear many 25-year-olds or 20-year-olds with acid reflux. We have more gluten intolerance than we've ever had as we're aging. We have more lactose intolerance than we've ever had. You have bloating, you have cramps, you have gut issues. Your gut is your second brain, okay? So I want to show you an example of taking a digestive enzyme. Now this is literally the Rolls Royce or Pella of the digestive enzyme. There are digestive enzymes you can get at Walmart that are synthetic, fillers manufactured, all the way up to ours. And again, I challenge you to compare a nutrition label. This is also the probiotic and prebiotic, like I mentioned. I'm going to take a snack pack. You're all familiar with a snack pack. And I am going to open, here, let me put it here so you can see it. I'm gonna open up the enzyme. And if you don't like taking pills, there is no flavor to these enzymes, so you can put it in a protein shake. This is safe for a baby's bottle, for a colicky baby. This is safe for pregnant women, nursing mothers. But what the job of an enzyme is to break down the fat and protein in our food and carbs. And so again, the older we get, because we're not producing it anymore, we have all our gut issues. Some people don't even realize they have gut issues till they start taking this. You can see I just stirred that for, I don't even think that was 10 seconds. I'll stop because it's just done. So what's going to happen is literally if you even eat a steak, it's going to break it down into a complete liquid, okay? Literally break down all of your food into a liquid. No, you do not go running to the bathroom. That is literally the first question. But food sits in us for 2 weeks when we eat it. It molds and it rots. Chandra, who's on here, can tell you even more disgusting things. She's a GI nurse practitioner. It's disgusting. It sits in you. And then think of all the pesticides on our food. Think of all the preservatives. I'm sure she just typed something in there. It's just disgusting. So this gets rid of everything. Every day, it breaks down what we're eating, pulls all the good stuff in our food so we can absorb and break down the protein, the fat, the carbs, and get rid of the waste, okay? Many people have stopped their acid reflux medicine. I've got people who have, their kids have psoriasis or they have psoriasis. It's cleared up. We have Barb on here. Barb, I hope it's okay if I tell your toenail story, because your gut is your second brain. Hopefully I see a number 11 and she's like, it's okay, you're embarrassing me right now. But Barb is this beautiful woman who's on our team. She started taking the digestive enzyme and she had her big toe had fungus. And she tried everything. She went to doctors. She tried over-the-counter remedies. She was embarrassed to wear sandals. She was embarrassed to get a pedicure. And all of a sudden she realized her toenail, after all those years, started growing out clean. And it was as a result actually of the enzyme. Psoriasis gets completely clean. Put that in the ripple effect. You would not believe the things that happen because of a healthy gut. So that is our core and our number one product. Where'd my cursor go? So now we'll go to our next line. That is our beauty product line. So I want to start with Nourish. I literally have 8 pages just on this Nourish. It's a meal replacement shake, but it is embarrassing to say it's a meal replacement shake because it does so many things because of the galacto, the GOS product in there, that it's a 5-minute read just on the benefits of what this does for you, not to mention the superfoods in it. It's plant-based, it's delicious. It suppresses your appetite. It has a prebiotic, it's delicious. Then we have our Renew. It is a proprietary form of vitamin E. Dr. Barry Tan, if you're taking notes, write down Dr. Barry Tan. He is the world's leading authority on vitamin E. This is a proprietary vitamin E that he discovered in Thailand. You cannot get it anywhere else. And I can never pronounce that either. And I don't know if Jarvis is on here to unmute and pronounce it. But for people who do it, we do not claim to treat, heal, or cure. I don't know what we call it with all these great things happening, but I got to say that. This is wonderful for preventing cancer, hypothetically, for people who do have cancer, for diabetes, for fatty liver. This is the most amazing proprietary product from Dr. Barry Tan. He is now a member of our medical advisory board. Our Glow, our liquid collagen, buckle up. This is currently our #1 selling product, only until September 22nd, when our brand new product comes out that you won't be able to guess, and I'll talk a little bit more at the end. But for now, for 10 more days, this is our #1 product. Back to that age 25, because we go to hell in a handbasket starting at 25. Not only do we not produce all the enzymes we should produce, we also stop producing collagen. And most of us don't think about collagen or talk about collagen. And when we do, I'm 58. It starts to be when we're in our 40s. You're all starting younger now. You 40-year-olds and 35-year-olds getting Botox. But that's what we think of collagen, myself included. So I started taking a powdered collagen, and it was delicious. I paid $85 a tub. It was from Super Beets because we're supposed to start taking collagen. Well, collagen in a powdered form has to be digested before it can be absorbed. And so as a result, we're only getting about 30% of that very expensive tub of collagen. So you're wasting your money, and so was I. The other thing is, if you look on the nutrition label of the collagen, there's probably not any protein, probably not any biotin, and maybe 1 to 3 peptides, okay? You need to take it in a liquid form. However, Costco also has a liquid form, and there is 1 peptide, 0 proteins, and I believe 350 micrograms of biotin. So they're not equal, okay? Now, back to when we're 25. We produce 28, this is as scientific-y as I'm gonna get, 28 forms of collagen, but 90% of what we made is type 1. 2 through 28 is the rest. This gold right here, this liquid collagen, was purchased from hospitals and burn centers. So I want you to think of Percocet for a second. It doesn't matter if you're in Florida getting a Percocet or in Wisconsin or Canada. A Percocet's a Percocet. So we bought the brand of, or the name of this formula from the hospitals and burn centers, because collagen helps your wounds when you have surgery heal or burns. And our scientific advisory board and doctors looked around for the best collagen they could find to start with, bought this formula. And I always say, everybody has a price. Even Elon Musk was able to buy Twitter. Who would have thought 4 years ago somebody could buy Twitter? So they bought this formula and then tweaked it even more to what they thought was perfection. Perfection in their mind is a blend of 10 grams of bovine-derived protein from organically grass-fed cows, 11 peptides filled with hyaluronic acid, and 4,500 micrograms of biotin, which is prescription strength. All type 1, which is 90% of what we need. So because most of us on here are over 25, we've been depleted of our collagen. So the older we're getting and the more we're getting older and further away from and more depleted. Now think of our grandmas and grandpas with their toenails they're gross and they have to go to podiatrists and get them clipped, and their skin is really sagging, their hair is so thin, their bones and their joints hurt, their blood pressure's going up, their cholesterol's going up. That's all things that collagen helps you with that we didn't know, because it's a scaffolding of our body, and it's type 1. So once we fill our cup back up full of the collagen in our body, now that type 1 is full and it's 90%, it helps us now produce 2 through 28. So I'm going to quickly tell you 3 personal testimonies. 2 are mine. 1 is my friend's. I had a radical hysterectomy in February of 2018, and I started severely losing my hair to the point of last year. I told Chris, my husband, I talked to my hairdresser. He said, there's nothing we can do. I am a super vain person. I have gained so much weight since my hysterectomy. So I definitely get feedback from my TV commercials and my billboards of how heavy I've gotten. You wouldn't believe the things I hear. So I'm already self-conscious. And then now I'm losing my hair here to the point it looked like I had alopecia. And we don't have time on here for me to tell you how my husband said it was because I used too many hair products. So I went to a dermatologist and took a biopsy. It was hormonal. So I made my husband, who's in the other room, go with me to Chicago to a place called Restore, and spent $6,500, because we will do whatever we have to do to feel better and look better or help our health. And I didn't have the time, but every single month I had to go, and they took my blood, they mixed it up, and they injected 30 shots into the thinning spots of my platelets. And then I also had a prescription from my dermatologist that was $189 a month, a compound that I would put there. So think of how expensive that was just for that. And I got introduced to this. My hair is now outgrown. It's about 4 inches long. And you can see, I mean, and those of you who know me know it was all thinning. I mean, I'm not making it up. The other thing is I've had 14 foot surgeries in my life, and in October of 20, I no longer could walk. My feet got so bad with arthritis and my toes were crippled. So I had to have 4-inch pins in all 10 of my toes. They broke my toes, scraped the arthritis, put the pin in to hold it while it healed, all of them. And I was in a scooter for 3 months and could not do anything. I was a complete invalid with both feet, and my husband had to completely take care of me. After that 12 weeks, so January of 2021, I started physical therapy, and I had to be taught how to walk again. Digest that. Then I've been in pain ever since. So if any of you suffer from plantar fasciitis, I've had surgery on that. I've had every type of surgery and in so much pain. Well, 10 days into my loading dose, what a loading dose means, of my Frederick physician said, a regular dose is 2 tablespoons every night of your liquid collagen. He said, I want you to do 3 times a day. Tranont says a loading dose is twice a day for 6 weeks. I did the 3 times a day for 6 weeks. In 10 days, I could get out of bed without pain. I was getting cortisone shots in this shoulder. I could barely move it anymore. Dr. James Foley told me I could no longer get shots. I would have to have surgery. I was also getting shots, but it wasn't as bad in my left arm. My husband, Chris, was supposed to have a torn labrum surgery from Dr. Foley. We were pain-free. We bought a new $7,000 mattress in September because I thought it would help my pain. It didn't do a thing. My lower back, all gone. The last very personal story is my friend Ellen. She has given us permission to talk about it. She's 56. She's beautiful. She's dating. She's single. She suffered from incontinence. She was literally paying thousands of dollars to get Botox in her bladder to help with the incontinence. Just think about that. Expensive, painful, and not permanent. She started taking our liquid collagen, did the loading dose. Almost everybody I know over 30 has done the loading dose, and with incredible results. She is no longer incontinent. A friend of hers got into her head and tried to tell her it wasn't, was super skeptical about the products, got into her head and said, oh, it was because you changed the way you ate. So Ellen succumbed to the getting into her head and stopped taking the liquid collagen, and within 3 weeks started having accidents again. We don't claim to treat, heal, or cure, but you tell me what it is. So that's our liquid gold. Then I want to talk about our stamina line. Oh, I forgot I did this. Isn't that a pretty picture? So that goes back to our liquid gold. So I got to put that back up there. In March, I had on my right cheek 2 precancerous spots. So I had a CO2 laser procedure done. So those of you who know me know I had it done in March. You also know when I had my little granddaughter in February on my way to winter business meeting for Pella. And so this is what happened to my face. All burnt. I had to be on an antiviral, an antibiotic, and a tub of Aquaphor to protect it from any germs because it was raw. This is 1 week later. My dermatologist said, I cannot wait to see what this does. We were together for 2 hours while we were doing this. And again, I mentioned too, this is in burn centers because it heals from the inside out. And you all know there's my brand new baby. I can't make up the date. That was 1 week later. I was allowed to go home and put makeup on. This product is incredible. Next is our stamina line. I like to talk about my son, Austin here, 28 years old, has ADHD. If Sean Murphy's on here, he knows how I struggled to get Austin Jean Della to take his ADD meds. He doesn't like them because they don't make him feel like himself. And so many people are able to take our Mojo. There's so much in this. This is my magic tubs. Mojo is a coffee, Brazilian cream coffee, or a hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee, so I do the hot chocolate, or it comes in zest. It's a lemonade. They do the exact same thing. One's cold, one's hot, okay? It helps immensely with focus. It is the most alert. It's a high impact product like our enriched digestive enzyme, so it means you'll feel it right away within 45 minutes, and you become laser alert. I don't even want to say focused. Laser alert is one of the things it does. So many college kids, high school kids take it before an exam. You stay so focused. It's one of the things it does. So coupled with this focus, I just move my window here if it moves for me. Coupled with this focus, which is a fast acting vitamin B, several vitamin Bs, fast acting like ADD meds where it's got the XR at the end. Those two coupled, many people can stop taking their Adderall, their Focalin, their Concerta. I'm not telling you to do it without talking to your doctor, but Austin, it's in his body, his meds, and then out by the time he goes to bed, just like this. And he said, Mom, it is the first time in my whole life I could stay focused and I felt like me. I've got to be me. So that's a great combination. The other thing that's magic in this tub, it's delicious, all again plant-based. It is a natural appetite suppressant. So I take it in the morning and I also take a scoop in the afternoon, either the Zest or the Mojo. So I don't get home till 7:30, or look at me today. I get home right away from Green Bay and here I am doing this. So I used to be famished. We'd be starving. We either are like, let's just go out to eat because we don't want to take the time to make dinner, or we make dinner and we eat so much, way beyond a portion control. We're crabby, we're starving. That second dose of this has completely curbed our appetite. So we eat at home more, less expensive, healthier, and we've eaten controlled portions because we're not famished and we don't eat before bed anymore. And I used to secretly do that when Chris would go to bed because he goes to bed early. I didn't eat chips or candy, but I would eat maybe another chicken breast or another pork chop. It's embarrassing, but I don't do it anymore. Another thing this does, no more afternoon fog, no more dozing at your desk. And the most beautiful thing is it's called a nootropic drink. If you've never heard that word, nootropic drink. So for people who do not have depression or mental illness, I don't have depression. So for me, what it does is it increases everybody's serotonin and dopamine levels naturally. So for me, it's like, it's a mood enhancer. It makes me happier. God help you all. And then for someone on Prozac or Zoloft, it helps because it's increasing naturally instead of having to take the meds. I'm not telling you to get off of them. Go to the doctor or try it. It's up to you, but it's amazing. And energy, God help you all with that too, because you all know I don't drink caffeine. Well, now I take this. I am an Energizer bunny. I've been taking it for 8 months. I remember the first weekend Chris and I took it. Do you ever say, okay, you guys, your spouse, your partner, whoever, we are not doing anything this weekend. We're cleaning the house. We're getting the yard done. We got all this laundry. We're getting shit done, right? Then you actually do it and you go to bed and you're like, oh, we got a lot of shit done. That felt good. And you feel happy and so proud of yourself. That is how we have felt every single day. I am not kidding. And the crazy thing is it's got a green caffeine bean. It's not jittery, shaky, crabby energy, but it also has, if Lisa Shimon wants to chime in and say what the ingredient is, that balances it out so that you're not staying awake at night either. I could take this, what is it, 8:09? I could take this at 7:30 and still go to bed at 9:30. All in this tub. Okay. Boost, super important. If you are over 40, listen to this. I learned this from my mother's cardiologist. My mother is 88 years old. Our bodies, now this is till we're 40, so really you're hell in a handbasket by the time you're 40, because we produce something called nitric oxide in our body till we're 40. Did you even know that? No. So what does nitric oxide do? It keeps our arteries soft, our vascular system soft. It oxygenates our blood. So think of when you go to Las Vegas, they put oxygen in the air so you stay awake at night to give you energy. So it's a pre-workout. It helps with stamina through your workout. But I want you to think of a grandpa and grandma. They're putting compression socks because they have poor circulation. They're always cold. They're out of energy. They have hardening of the arteries and their vascular system. You don't hear 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds having those issues because they have nitric oxide in their body. So the further we age away from that, the harder our arteries get, the worse our circulation is, all the things. That's what this boost does. That's what boost is. Enhance. I love to talk about our ingredient expert. She's truly an ingredient expert, Lisa Shimon. This is absolutely one of her favorite products. She always talks about that there's MCT oil and then there's our MCT oil. Not only does she love the keto-friendly MCT oil and the ingredients, but the proprietary blend. And it helps improve energy and your cognitive function. It also is a little bit of a weight appetite suppressant. So it's your creamer in your mojo. Okay, I do put it in my Zest as well because I'm all about weight loss, cognitive function, and it doesn't taste the best in your Zest, but I don't care. So my next slide is to show you what you need a frother for. So here's my frother. I put a picture on it. It's $11.99 on Amazon. I do not make any money. I'm positive they've gotten at least 300 frother sales from me at $11.99. But because these are all natural, clean, plant-based, there's no sugar, there's no junk, you need to froth your zest and you need to froth your mojo and your enhance in there. It's just, you got to do it. Okay. Personal care line, my dentist, Tom and Donna Crocklow, they have 2 separate offices, now are on our products. This is without bleaching your teeth to get them white, without peroxide. It uses nanotechnology, all plant-based, clean, naturally restores your pH balance, clean oral care products. Chris, my husband, loves all of this. So the toothpaste is delicious. Gina Becker's on our team, literally just drove an hour from her house yesterday because she was out of toothpaste to come and borrow a tube till hers comes. If that tells you how great the toothpaste is. Mouthwash, and then the spray is like Banaka. Last but not least, when our CBD line came out 3 years ago, our sales exploded 4 times. There is no CBD that exists on earth like this CBD. So many of you have tried CBD and probably said it didn't do anything. It didn't work. Just like your collagen didn't work. There's a reason. Many of you have, it's because it's oil based. Okay. This is the only one that is water soluble. We take the full whole flower hemp, okay, all of it, crush it, and get the full delivery of the terpenes, the flavonoids, and the cannabinoids, all of it. So you only need 2 drops underneath your tongue. And think of putting everyone else is oil based and you need the whole dropper. It's so expensive. You need that whole dropper. Well, if you were to put a dropper of oil in a glass of water, what's going to happen? So same thing with your body. You're not absorbing. That's why you never got the results from your CBD you were hoping to get. This is water soluble, concentrated. This spray is exactly the same thing, goes under your tongue. It's just, you want to do the drops or the spray. Guys, this is for migraines. This is for anxiety. This is for children with autism. Talk to your doctor first. The migraine stories are endless. Anxiety, pain. Obviously, we think of CBD with pain and sleep. The glow helps you with sleep. The soothe is going to help you sleep like a baby. Our muscle rub, many of you have probably bought a hemp muscle rub or a CBD muscle rub. Your neck hurts, your back hurts, you have tendonitis, whatever, tennis elbow, and you're like, it doesn't work. Same thing, because they're not using that whole flower hemp. So this is better than blue ice. We have a friend of mine, her husband was a professional soccer player. He's in his 40s. Think of my NFL football endorsers I work with, their pain. It works. Okay. This is a picture the day we got Chris and my products delivered. This is what Chris and I used to take, thinking we were doing the right thing. So let's just take a little peek at all this shit. We have whey protein. There's the chocolate. Then we have our vanilla. Ours doesn't have whey or soy. We have our Advocare, because everybody knows about Spark. So I was taking Spark for energy, Slim because I got to lose weight, Slim over here, Focus for memory. All it was a gummy, like I'm 5. Then we have our vitamin E that on the back just says vitamin E, synthetic crap. Then we have our D2, we had our D3, we have, of course, our men's 1 a day. Then we have our women's day. Then we have our zinc, which I found out we shouldn't even be taking because we all thought that was part of the COVID cocktail. But when you take too much zinc, it actually eats the copper in your body, and copper is your balance and your equilibrium. And when you're taking proper vitamins and eating properly, you're already getting more than enough zinc. But we were taking it because of COVID. And let's not forget my little emergency packet, because part of the COVID cocktail was emergency. So there's my little red Kool-Aid. Okay, look at all this. Look at all the money we were spending. Then I opened my package. Here is the equivalent of now what we're taking. Does the same thing. Clean, we're really getting it all, and we're benefiting from it in so many ways. You wouldn't believe the in-depth details. Before I get into this, so now I'm going to say, well, no, I'll talk about this first. So then, how do you do it? Why did I do it? Why in the world would me with a full plate and then also do the marketing piece of the business, also the talent piece of it? Why would I do this? Because I am so passionate about these products that I ended up talking to people. It became the most, once I really understood the business, it became the most lucrative opportunity I've ever had. There are 6 ways, as I mentioned, to make money. The most obvious is you don't carry inventory, but you have an online store. So anybody can go to my online store and go buy any of these products, just like Nordstrom.com, put it in your cart and check out. I will get an email and I'll be notified that I make money. Okay. Next is they give you an opportunity to earn $1,000 bonus every single month. What other job do you have? I mean, you're all on here. How many people can get $1,000 bonus every month? Every month that you get 10 new customers and 3 people that decide they want to do the business, even if they just want to sign up as an associate to buy their own products, doesn't matter, you get $1,000 bonus. So maybe you did it in July, but you missed it in August. Who cares? It's still there in September to earn it. Every month you have the ability to earn another $1,000. These guys, because they're wealth management, they're geniuses. Is this direct sales multi-level? Yes. Is it a pyramid scheme? If I have one more person say that to me, I'm going to literally hurt someone, and it's on the record, I'm going to hurt you. First of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. AdvoCare actually got busted and sued for millions of dollars because they were screwing people. These guys, their base business is wealth management. They have to abide by FDIC regulations, and they're not going to jeopardize that. Before I started this, I am not going to jeopardize my career at Pella. That is my life. I had my accountant look at this and my attorney. My accountant studied this and said, this is so far from a multi-level company. Nothing they do is what multi-level companies do. For example, they welcome family members. They encourage it to be part of your team. Others don't. If somebody quits somewhere down the line or doesn't do the business, it doesn't hurt us. You only need 3, like if here's your org chart. I like to call it an org chart. You only need 3 kids to start your business and unlock the team piece of the income. On and on. One of the ways is you can start to earn $350 towards a Jeep at the very base level. I was there at 3 days in the business and didn't even know it. So let's talk about that. If you currently drive a Jeep today, and it is 5 years old or younger, or you currently drive a Jeep Wrangler and it is 7 years old or younger, you don't even have to go buy it. If you already currently own it and you get to that very first level of, it's called Jade, there's different levels when you decide to build a team, they will send you an extra $350 every month towards that Jeep payment. Maybe you own it outright. You don't even have a payment. You get $350, okay? All you have to do is show that you own the Jeep. You just scan the paperwork, and you can see a little Tranont cling here. You have to put that on the vehicle. Well, their levels go Jade, opal, pearl, ruby, sapphire, and up. I became a jade, opal, and pearl. I ranked up all in my first month to all three of those. I didn't even know because I was so new that I even was a jade. Okay, I didn't know I won a trip till all of a sudden I got a congratulations with me and John Calowerts, my boss, and Ann. We were in Mexico on a Pella trip. And they're like, you won a trip to Mexico. I'm like, I'm in Mexico. So you can, it's very easy to do because they do it from the bottom up. Well, by the time you're a pearl, they give you $500. So I drive a Mercedes. Chris drives a truck. We had just gotten new vehicles because our leases were up before we ever knew about Tranont. So I said to Chris, I'm going and getting a Jeep because I'm wasting $500. So is he, because he's in it every single month. Why should I put all the miles on my Mercedes? I'm going to put it on the Jeep and get it for free. Austin, my 28-year-old, drives a Lexus. His lease is up in December. I said, Austin, go find a Jeep where the payment is $400 a month. You don't have to get every single, you're 28. It doesn't need to make dinner for you. And use the extra 100 they give you a month and put it towards insurance because they don't care how you use the money. I don't know what their relationship is with Jeep, to be perfectly honest. So there are numerous people on my team now. I personally started this middle of February where I started getting it, and I have well over 100 people on my team. We're called the Dola Diamonds. And here is Ann Calowerts, my boss's wife. She ordered that beautiful Jeep. It's coming in October. She's super proud. Here's Tina Cervenka. Another one of our team members, she went out and got a Jeep. It's just super exciting. So I should update the slide. So let's talk about our life-changing product. I got to grab this out of my closet. Let's talk about our life-changing product for a second. It's coming out in 10 days. What I will tell you is as much as I trust my husband, the person who there are a handful of people that were flown to Utah, where we are a debt-free company. We have built a brand new building in Utah, 12 or 14 stories that they moved into about 3 months ago now in preparation for this new product to come out. Because the CBD exploded, and as I mentioned, they exploded and had growth 4 times. They are forecasting 10 times the growth with this new product. So they moved into the new building, they're hiring, they integrated a new website, they are preparing for this to happen in 10 days. So what I will tell you is the group high enough that were privileged to be flown to Utah about a month now ago, 6 weeks, to be told what it is. This is what I can tell you, and I trust the person who told me this. This is all we're allowed to know. It is, this researcher has been working on it for 10 years. It has measurable, successful, proven results. They've known, so when it said in the beginning they want to touch 1 billion lives, it's because they've been knowing about it since last December. It is going to help 100 million Americans with a specific health condition. 100 million Americans, okay, that have a specific condition. If you don't have the condition, we will still want it anyways, many of us, because of what it does. And the people with this medical condition, think of when you listen to TV commercials on any medication. The majority of that TV commercial is all the side effects, or you could die, possibly get cancer, blood clot, heart attack, all the things that could happen. This is a plant-based natural supplement that is going to help 100 million Americans, okay? In 10 days it comes out. Also, It is supposed to be as more life-changing than when penicillin came, more life-changing than the polio vaccine. The people that were privy to knowing about it were sent home with it and are all documenting their measurable results, so that when we go to Las Vegas in 10 days and we get to find out what it is, we get to see all of these people that we personally know with their measurable results. Big Pharma's trying to get it. They will not sell. These three owners will not sell the formula to Big Pharma. Big Pharma doesn't want us to have it, because if this condition is remedied, then they lose all those sales for Medicaid. Think about it, 100 million Americans. Billion-dollar companies are trying to buy the proprietary formula. Heinz is trying to buy the proprietary formula and put it in their food. So I want you all to think back when the Apple iPhone came out. First of all, if we all knew then what we know today, that nobody would finance Steve Jobs. If you know the story, you know, his history, would you have invested in Steve Jobs back then? And when the iPhone came out, only AT&T could sell the Apple iPhone. For 5 years, they had exclusivity. Not Verizon, not US Cellular, not all the people. They made billions. We have proprietary rights to this for at least 5 years. I make multiple six figures at Pella. I am happy with my income. This money opportunity before this new product was already crazy. Now, I'm telling you, get in. What does it take to get in? Well, I'm gonna just show you a couple things. What does it look like? If you want to earn one, you know, beyond the online store, you could just do that and sell this product and have them buy online. Perfect. It's whatever you want out of it. I never get paid enough. I always want more, more, more. So here's your little org chart. Here's your three. So first income is, before that, you're earning your online store. But if you want to build a team like I am, and many of, many people, that's a big avenue of income. So here's you. You need to find at least 3 people that you personally sponsor, and they want to sign up and become an associate. They can do it and even just buy their own product for themselves. Doesn't matter. Once you've signed up 3 people, you've unlocked the income underneath here. So now take me. I've personally brought on 55 people, probably more than that by now. I haven't looked. So I already have my 3 people, and you can see Chris, Alex, and Austin, my husband and my kids. They're not going to make me any money. They're not working the business, but I'm building a legacy for all of them, for my kids, and my husband and I have 2 paychecks coming in, okay? But now all those other people I recruited, I got to put them somewhere. So it's called spillover. So I gift all these people. So now here's a person with 3 people. Here's a person. So I opened up today saying, I see my beautiful Jennifer. I just gifted Jennifer last month, like 4 people. Jarvis, I gifted. And Calowerts, I gifted. I gift, and it helps you grow as well. And then you help gift your people. It's these guys are genius. Like my accountant said, it forces you to help other people stay successful and make money. And this product is a no-brainer because you become addicted to it yourself. So I want to show a true example. Back in December, Julie, I can see your face. Can you shake your head yes if you can see this whole thing? Thank you. So Tracy is my upline. She's in Canada. She has 3 little kids. She's a yoga instructor. She started this. Many people are leaving Epicure to come here, Beachbody, and I'm learning all these companies because I've not done multi-level before. Mary Kay Cosmetics, Labri, because apparently this comp plan is so unique and lucrative and unique. Well, Tracy was in Epicure. 3 little kids, yoga teacher. Her husband's a firefighter. This was her first month in December. She only worked 3 months in December, 3 weeks in December because of Christmas vacation. So what she did was she had 10 customers and she made $380 off of the customer. I converted it to US because she's in Canada. So US dollars, she made 380. Then she did that 3 and 10. Remember, or 10 and 3. Remember, it was if you got 10 new customers in a month and 3 people signed up, even if it was just to use the product for themselves, they bought an enrollment bundle because it's cheaper to buy an enrollment bundle of products for you than it is to do it retail. So you only get to do that once when you sign up. So you might as well get the enrollment bundle, which is what most people do. I hardly have any customers. So she had 10 customers and 3 associates. So she made a bonus off of each of those 3 associates. She made $100 each. So now she made $680. And then because she successfully did that 10 and 3, she earned that $1,000 bonus. And again, this is Christmas time when we're busy, 3 little kids and only 3 weeks of work. Well, it brought her to that lowest gem level right away, which is called Jade. So at Jade, you earn a fixed bonus. At Jade is a $250 bonus. So now she's earned $1,930. So her firefighter husband surprised her for Christmas. They needed a new car and went and got her a Jeep. And they got that $350 towards it. So now in her first month, she made $2,280, not even really understanding the business or the products. The last thing I want to say with regard to how I got into this was Sonara, who I told you called me. Sonara, Angela, Wendy, they were with Epicure. They were global directors. Wendy is a nurse. She's a full-time college professor in Canada and was part of Epicure as a global director. Sonara, this was her full-time job. She became a millionaire. Her husband works with Chris at GE. My husband, Chris, everybody knew he became a millionaire. 6 years ago, he retired at 46. And Angela is a single divorced mom and was a global director. They found this comp plan, left Epicure cold turkey last November. They cannot get sued. They got all these mean letters from Epicure. You're a 1099. You cannot sue a 1099. No matter what their policies say, their compliance policies, you can't do it. So nothing happened to them. Sonara just got up to the rank of diamond. Angela became she's almost a black diamond. In 8 months, that is at $500,000. Digest that. They had to start cold turkey just like any of us. And then Wendy, full-time professor yet and nurse, she can't devote as much time, so she's just below the diamond at emerald. And that's about $250,000. I am doing this very part-time. I am just below emerald at sapphire. So my fixed bonus every month is $4,500, plus I make off of people I recruit, plus my customers. It's crazy all the ways you make money. This is a fun picture. Anybody who knows the story back when we were in Mexico for Pella in February, and then we built a new house. We couldn't get into our mailbox. We had a super cold winter. We're a single family house, but it's called condos. So there's a block of mailboxes. We couldn't open our key. It was so cold for weeks. So we didn't know the mailman was putting our mail in the big one underneath. So I'm threatening the life of my builder for weeks. If you don't get me my mail, finally I said, I'm going to call the police. So we get home from Mexico. We have a mound of junk mail. So we're whipping every catalog, here's Chris, here's Gina, here's the junk mail. Well, you know how checks look like junk mail. and they try to get it to look like a check. So you open it. So you can see they're kind of colorful. So I throw the first one, I throw the second one. By the time the third one's there, I'm like, what are these? You guys, I opened it up. You can look, my name's on it. You can hone in, you can look at the dates. We earned $5,000. I didn't even know it. So I called Sonar and I'm like, what is this? Like, how does this work? It's crazy. How do you get started? So simple. I want you to think about starting a boutique. You need brick and mortar, you need all the clothes, you need all the jewelry, you need the staff, you need the insurance, you need the computers, you need the accountant, you need the back office, all the things. And then you got to hope customers come. So now we got to advertise. Here, all you do is you can get a platinum bundle, which is what I recommend. That's what I did. When I started, it was $1,000. It's now $912. It's $1,700 worth of product. It's almost everything but oral care and a couple miscellaneous items. And it allows you to get almost all the products, touch them, try them, see them, kind of like buying a grocery store. You're going to have the grocery store online. If you don't buy a pomegranate, know what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, how do you sell the pomegranate? Okay. So like Sonara said, she didn't even know she had a gut issue, but she had the platinum package. She started taking the Enrich and lost 11 pounds and now can eat dairy. So we didn't take all of this at one time, but it's $912 to start my business. You only get that one-time opportunity when you enroll. And so I went, and Chris didn't know I even started this business. So I waited till he was in a good mood. Actually, the second night I signed Chris up to get another platinum bundle. The third night I said, Chris, do you remember Sonara? Because I had met Sonara 13 years ago at this party where you made meals. And she came to our house and made these meals. And he's like, besides Halle Berry, it's the only person he's ever admitted is super beautiful. He's like, of course I remember Sonara. I go, well, I might have started something with her and I might have given her my credit card. And I'm not really sure how much it costs. And I truly thought this was going to be like $5,000. So it was for me 1,000. Now it's 912. I bought Chris a bundle. Then I signed up Alex, Austin, Amber, my daughter-in-law, and Nicole, who's my daughter-in-law of 48 hours, got us all packages. I did make commission off of all of their packages, so it helped pay for them. Okay. That's all you do. If you decide to not ever do anything with it, who cares? You got all of your products at a great discount. You get 20 coupons at $10 off to use in your first month. Genius. Because it helps you get your first 10 customers, and at least 3 people out of those 20 want to know how to do it. So then you earn your first 1,000. These guys are genius. Okay. There are definitely some smaller bundles. There's a third gold one they just added. And then there's 3 silvers to pick from. So that's the scoop. I will look at the chat and start at the top and see what questions. Joint pain. No more food. Barb, your toes look great. All skin. Thank you, Chandra. So Chandra, as is who I told you, GI specialist. She knows far more. I can't wait for her to be part of my team and teach. She's part of the team and teach me more. Lisa Shimon. Peter, 2 torn labrums from football, wasn't able to do overhead lifts. He doesn't feel he needs surgery anymore. I will tell you, Bill Michaels, anybody from Wisconsin, he's one of my endorsers and a personal friend, came over a couple months ago for dinner, threw a bunch of paperwork on our counter, and I said, what is this? And he said, all my bills from physical therapy, from my shoulders and my back, and all of my deductibles. And today was the first time I could lift weights for the first time in 4 years. Boost has changed workouts. It really adds to your stamina. Okay, anybody who has questions, go ahead and unmute. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Judy.
I'm still in my workout gear because I came from the gym, so unless we don't have smell-o-vision. So for the workout, was it the Boost one or was that the, I forget which one was good for the muscle kind of and
The
post-workout,
Boost is your pre-workout,
pre-workout.
and the Optimize is your post-workout.
Got it. Are both those in that platinum bundle?
Yes.
Okay. And another question I have, as long as no one else was asking, what is a typical delivery time? It seems like, I'm sure because of the holidays and September 1st coming, this last shipment has been taking quite a bit of time. Is that typical, or is it just this time of year because this is all coming on?
I literally called before because they are on mountain time, so I was able to reach out because we had someone waiting 3.5 weeks.
Oh,
It is quite honestly, literally, this is the truth, what's happened. So the diamonds and up were the ones who got to find out about this new product. And the diamonds also had a call, it's got to be 3 weeks ago now, with Craig Cotter, our VP of sales and marketing. And he said to them, because they all get it, he's talking to them. It's not like us trying to sell something. He's like, you guys, we are going to all become millionaires with this. If you truly don't have family members on yet, I don't care if you steal their credit card, you've got to get your family. This is the real deal, what's happening, because they were even finding more results, etc. So then the diamonds came on and told us. So like even me, you know, my brother, Tony and Sandy, I went to their house Sunday. I'm like, you guys are signing up, and you're signing up Angela and Dominic. You know, so we're all doing the same thing. Lisa and Jason are coming this weekend. It's like, you guys, for $912, what's the worst thing that happens is you got amazing products. So all of us are doing the same thing, and they cannot keep up. They cannot, I'm just being honest. It's not normal. They can't hire enough people. So like for us at Pella, we can't find enough truck drivers. The product's there. We can't find the truck drivers to bring it to Green Bay so we can install it. I hate to say it, it's the honest to God truth, and I'm so sorry. I don't know. So we're looking at, it's normally it's a week. Normally it's a week.
okay.
Yeah,
that's what
I
I
was
figured, because
just
I think the couple of smaller things I'd ordered came real quick, but that bundle I'm still waiting for. But sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. Normally, I feel like it's pretty quick. This just real recent. It's just been a little longer.
Yeah, I ordered last week and that on Tuesday, and I'll be getting my another shipment tomorrow. Actually, it was supposed to come on Thursday, but it's coming tomorrow. I did order something for sign my husband up and ordered last Wednesday, and it hasn't shipped yet. So I've been watching his products, and that's so I guess before Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, it was good.
Yeah, so the bundles, the reason you're getting these pieces, well, now people are signing up, like we just said, we're signing up to do the business, to be here before this new product comes in 10 days, because do you want to be here and grow your team and they're growing, or do you want to be here? So people who trust us, know us. I mean, obviously I'm not making it up, you know, they're signing up. So the enrollment kits are what's holding everything up. So think of all the product that's in those enrollment kits. Anything else? So if you are a guest of somebody, private message the person who invited you. If you're with me, private message or text me, because I am not going to just give you the link. I don't want any of my team to do that. I hate to keep saying windows. I'm not gonna go tell somebody your windows are $18,000 and not find out what the problem is with their window to make sure I have the right window for their home and budget. I want to know, what are your concerns? What are your goals? And we're going to help you find the right bundle if you want to enroll, or the right products. So reach out to us. And if you want to sign up, it's the smartest thing you've done, I promise. So if there aren't any other questions, I thank you so much for your time. And I hope that we can get a YouTube recording out of this one. We'll see what happens. Thank you.